Hi, my name is Olga and today I want to teach you how to go from these nails to these ones. My client has really fragile almond nails and she wants to change it to square shape. You might think that first of all we need to file the nail until it gets to square, but it's completely wrong. If you want to go from almond to square, filing is literally the last thing you have to do. First of all, we need to construct the shape with Acrygel. And all the length that we have now will work as a basement. Let's go step by step. So first of all, we need to apply rubber nail polish base. And here we have a few rules. First of all, we go from down to up. And second, and very important, is that we have to do rubbing movements. It is for better coupling of the base, nail polish base, and nail surface. And then, after we reach the cuticle, we can go from up to down, doing normal, smooth, long movements, like this. It is super important that we cover every millimeter of the nail plate. First, we cover 4 nails all together, and then we cure it in the lamp. And then a part of that we do the thumb. Normally we cure this layer for around 60 seconds. For the next step I take Acrygel of a milk color, that was my client's choice. Then I need alcohol of 96% and we need flat synthetic brush for Acrygel. I apply a drop of Acrygel straight on 4 nails. I can do it because my product is solid, so while I'm working with the first nail, it will not leak out of other nails. If your product is liquid, you can work with 2 nails, then cure it in the lamp, and then work with other 2. Now let's make our brush wet with alcohol. Remember, the brush should be just slightly damp, not really wet. Now let's distribute the Acrygel. With patting movements, we go from up to down. In the middle of the nail plate, the product should gradually align with the surface of the nail. Once we did it, then we need to push the product down and then to form kinda square shape. And please guys, do not forget to cover sides of the nails. It's really important when you construct square shape. Another important moment, we need to build the nail longer than we actually want to have at the end. By the way, do you know why we cover only half of the nail with Acrygel? Why don't we cover the complete nail starting from cuticle and going down? I will tell you, because with this method it will be much easier to file the nail. Later you will see. As you can see, I'm doing already the second finger. And I constantly put my brush into the alcohol to make it wet, so it will not stick to the Acrygel. Having a lot of experience working with Acrygel, I can tell you that it's always better to use less product and then to add it if it's necessary, than to use a lot of Acrygel and then to file it. Once you finish working with 4 nails, cure it in the lamp for 2 minutes, and then work with the thumb. After the lamp goes the third step, filing the nail. Every time before using a new file, we need to remove its sharpness, otherwise we will damage client's skin. How to remove sharpness? You see that I have one file on the left, it's new one, and another one on the right, it's the old one. So basically we have to file borders of the new file with the borders of the old file. We need to remove sharpness from both sides of the file and from every rib, even from this little one. How to check if the file is ready to work with? You need to file your glove. If it gets broken, it means that the file is still sharpened. And if it doesn't get broken, it means that the file is safe. Guys, before filing, it's mandatory to remove sticky layer, or with alcohol or with cleanser. Now one of my favorite process is filing. I will show you filing on 2 nails. First we file sides parallels. Look, I pull down the skin for it not to bother me while filing. And then like this I file sides parallels. From the left side and then from the right side on both nails. Then I file sides of the nail. Remember that the file should go in parallel with the central axis of the nail. That's how sides of the nail should look after filing. Next step is super easy. We just have to file the central line of the nail. We have to make this surface smooth and kinda flat, and for that we need to keep our file in parallel with the nail plate. Our next task is to file the ribs of the nail. But why do we have the ribs? It's because before we filed sides of the nail and then the central line. So because of that we have the ribs on the left and on the right side of the nail. First we file left rib, we go from the left to the center. Here I have few advices. I recommend you try to put the same pressure all the time on the nail file, the same pressure. Then move really fast, constantly clean the nail from the dust for you to have better picture of what and how you're filing. And then don't try to turn your hand. Try to turn client's finger. After filing each rib, I recommend you to look at the nail from different angle. By this time, the nail has to be just one step away from a perfect square shape. If everything is okay, start to file another rib. Go from the center to the right side and apply the same rules that I told you before. When it's done, remove the dust from the nails and fingers. Then check if you like the shape, and if so, let's move to the next step. Now, using drill bit, we make our nails shorter. But remember, it shouldn't be as short as you want to see it at the end. It should be a little bit longer, like 1 millimeter longer than you want it at the end. Now we use any nail polish base that you have, and we need to cover all the nails. How to use nail polish base? You should know that at first we always apply tiny thin layer and we cover with it every millimeter of the nail. For now we don't cure it, we take bigger drop of the product and we distribute it over the nail surface. And like this we do straight on 2 nails. And then we turn our hand upside down. Why do we do it? Like this, because of the gravity, the product will be distributed perfectly over the nail. All we have to do is to help it little bit with the brush. Then we turn it back and we cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Once it's done, we need to remove sticky layer because now we will do the final filing. Do the nail as short as you want, that's the final length that you will have. And then normally I file sides once again and then the top of the nail, just a little bit. Do like this with other nails and don't forget to check that they are all of the same size. And if you're going to paint something using thin brush, I recommend you to buff the nail before for the surface to be not rough but smooth. Now you can do the design. My client wanted me to paint her French manicure. I will show you that really fast. But if you want a complete video of how to do French nails, you can text me in the comments and I will do this video for you. After you apply top coat, you might think that that's it, we're done. But it's not like this, we have to do one more thing. We need to file the nail underneath and to remove a few millimeters of the natural nail. Don't be afraid to do it, there is nothing bad in removing natural nail. It's the opposite, nails like this will be more durable and will last about 3, 4 or more weeks. And the last step of every manicure is filing, of course. We need to file just little bit sides parallels and top of the nail. Like this nail will have, let's say, better organized, correct and elegant shape. Now let's moisturize the skin with cuticle oil and let's see what a good job did we do.